Hey guys, it's Matt here at ESCBubble, and I'm so pleased to be joined by ADGY, who's aiming to represent Ireland in this year's Eurovision. ADGY, how are you?
I'm good, thank you, Matt.
Good, great to see you. Uh,
Yeah,
how's your
likewise.
How's your day been so far?
It's been good. It's been busy, a little bit chaotic. We're in the last leg now, the final, kind of almost the final week before the performance. So it's just a lot of rehearsals, a lot of practicing, a lot of try not to freak out. All the pieces are coming together nicely. So touch wood. So far, so good.
Brilliant. So congratulations on getting to represent, being part of the national final, taking part in this year's Eurosong. How did it all come about?
So this year, I mean, the track, I started working on the track during sort of lockdown, and then we finished the track a while ago, and we weren't really writing a Eurovision song or anything like that. But once the song was finished, I played it for someone, and they were like, "Oh, it sounds really Eurovision." And I'm a really, really big Eurovision fan, so I've followed it for years. But I always think like you should always put something very authentic and relevant forward. And I thought the song was just could be a good candidate to represent Ireland. So yeah, put it forward, and it got selected for the national selection. So it's been yeah, I'm really really happy with that.
What inspires you in your music?
It depends. So, like, I would say I'm more of a songwriter first. I'm a performer as well. I performed live for years, but I've really sort of been focusing on a lot of songwriting for the last couple of years. Sort of building up my own portfolio of music as an artist. But this song, I wrote it on piano originally, just piano and vocals, which I do with most of the songs I write. It was obviously inspired by, a certain time in my life, a certain person. I won't go into too much detail about that, but yeah, so it was a very authentic track.
Great stuff. And can you tell us what the song's about?
It's called "Too Good for Your Love." So it's I suppose in a lot of ways it's very self-explanatory when you listen to the lyrics. It was obviously written about someone or a time in my life where I kind of was in a situation, and then after the situation, or sort of during/after, I was kind of able to say, you know what, I'm better than this. I deserve better than this. I've grown, I've evolved, and I want to walk away from this situation or whatever. In relationships, when you're kind of in that place where things aren't exactly going to work out, you can kind of keep going back and trying to make it work. And sometimes you just have to sort of acknowledge when you need to walk away. And that's what the song is about. I mean, I wrote that in a different headspace back then. That's where it came from. But even now, when I listen to the song, I think it's still really relevant in so many ways, because it always reminds me that feeling I had when I was then inspired to write the song, because I've moved away from it. It's kind of like a self-empowerment. Like, I recognized that this was not good for me. It was toxic. Even though I wanted to go back, I removed myself, and that was sort of me growing as a person and growing as an individual. So it's still relevant to me now.
Great stuff, yeah. It's a really catchy song, and yeah, something that I think a lot of people can relate to, sort of coming out of a relationship and it's not working out, but you move on, and yeah, great stuff. And so you were saying that you're a big Eurovision fan. When did you first get into the contest?
I don't know. People have asked me that, and it's like I it's as long as I can remember. There was an entrant. So I'm from Donegal in Ireland, and there was an entrant from Donegal 20 years exactly. So he was in 2003, called Mickey Joe Hart. So that was probably the first time I really remember, like, have a significant memory of the Eurovision, because there was lots of commotion in Donegal. This area was so excited because it was, obviously it's Ireland, but then it's even more niche when it comes from your county in Ireland. So I think from then I've always been a fan. But I think like in the last like 5 years, 10 years, from a musician's perspective, I really enjoy the whole sort of the whole thing, and the craziness of it, and the unpredictability of it, and the music and the style and everything. So I'm a big fan.
In terms of the staging, can you tell us about how you'll be staging the song at the national final?
No. I did a Q&A on Instagram today, and so many people asked me that question, and I was like, I really want to. Do you know what? I'm not. We're not setting off fireworks. Put it like that. But I just kind of want to. Some things it's best, I think, just to leave it to the night and let people sort of anticipate what it's going to be like. Because I feel like once you start telling people this and that, then it's like they know what to expect, and there's nothing sort of a surprise. We're not doing anything groundbreaking. I think the ultimate goal is to sort of bring the energy, make it as high standard as possible, extremely professional, like just nail the performance essentially.
And in terms of rehearsals, how have they been going for you so far?
Yeah, really good. I mean, it's not, you don't have a lot of time in general between when the announcement was to the actual Eurosong, and it's very, very condensed, and you're trying to piece all the pieces together. But I think I've managed to keep it going at a sort of steady pace. I've had to do quite a bit of traveling, and I definitely don't have as much time as I thought maybe I would have to do other things, because obviously I just want to enjoy this experience, and I have been enjoying it. But there's things like you want to do, like I wish I had more time to make to have a video ready or to do an acoustic cover, things like that. There's things I wish I had more time to do, but you just don't have the time. Or even online, like people I want to reply to and people I want to reach out to, people like, it's hard to sort of to do it on. Right now I'm just like, okay, I've got a week just focused on doing the best job we can in the performance. So yeah.
We've got a game of Never Have I Ever, so we've got a few questions, if that's all right. So if you want to pick a number from 1 to 30.
3.
Let's go number 3. Never have I ever crashed a party.
Oh yeah, definitely. Do I drink? I've got coffee here. Sorry, I know this is a drinking game only. I mean, I lost it. Okay.
Sounds good. Should we go for another number?
12.
Number 12. Never have I ever seen a ghost.
No, I haven't. I mean, fortunately, I haven't. Yeah.
Yeah. Is it something that you believe in, ghosts?
I don't. Not ghosts specifically. I don't think so. But then I'm too superstitious also to meddle with that. Like I wouldn't go to like a psychic reading. I don't know if I believe in it, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't need to know. I don't even need to know if I want to know. I just don't want to do it. So I'm too superstitious.
Yeah. I love it. Right, should we go for another number?
27.
27. Never have I ever skipped school.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Not often.
Should we go for another one?
18.
18. Never have I ever been in a film.
Have I been in a film? No, I don't think I have.
No. If you could be in any film, what sort of film would you do?
I think like something sci-fi, like something like Game of Thrones. I think the thing is, I think when I think you're in that film, I think you actually believe that there's actual dragons and all this happening, but it's all probably like CGI. It's probably like really boring, and you're just standing in a green screen all the time. But then Game of Thrones, they've shot in like incredible places. Malta, they've shot in Ireland, but they've shot all over the world, like these insane locations. So like, yeah, maybe Game of Thrones, just to travel the world in somebody else's pocket.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, it sounds like good fun, and yeah, I think something like Game of Thrones. Yeah, and as you say, you get to travel as well, which would be good fun.
Mm-hmm.
Great stuff. Should we go for another one?
7.
7. Never have I ever forgotten the lyrics of a song.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I definitely have. But I think I'm really good at like pretending like I didn't forget, unless he really knows the words. I've done that before. Yeah, so I'll drink to that.
Yeah. We get a lot of Eurovision singers sometimes that they forget, and then they just sort of like make it up.
Improvise, 100%. Yeah, improvise.
Great. So should we go for one more?
Let's do 16.
16. Never have I ever spent over €500 on a night out.
Oh gosh, I really hope I haven't. I feel like if I did spend €500, there's no way I would remember it anyway. So, yeah, I'm gonna say no. Yeah, I've had some no.
Not yet, but I'm sure if you get to represent Ireland, I'm sure that you'll be spending quite a bit on nights out in Liverpool.
I hope not. I hope not that much. That would be insane.
Oh, great stuff. Well, it's been great talking to you today. Do you have any message for your fans at all at ADGY?
Do you know what? Honestly, since the song came out, I wasn't really anticipating what was coming. And so many people have sent me such nice messages. And not only that, the response online has been, like, the song's been really well received, and people have just been, it's been so nice to see all these messages. But like, to everybody who sent me a direct message, or just the people who are supporting me streaming the song, people who are, you know, liking the clips on YouTube, just thanks. And just to keep supporting me. And, you know, if you can, try and help me get to the next stage. Otherwise, just, you know, thanks, and appreciate all of that support.